All right, guys, so blood splatters. When you commonly see blood splatters or bullet holes in walls or even like heavy bleeds in certain areas, that may indicate that there are players still around. And by not overlooking that, that's going to help you survive and ambush other players because they're not going to know that you know they're there. But you do know they're there, right? So another thing, too, guys, is we're going to have a clip on a third party. And that third party goes pretty well for us. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. We'll see you all in raid. I don't see any movement, but I do see it. Is that a blood splatter? Notice the position we take. We're behind multiple layers of cover as we look at it. So it's harder for someone to spot us.
That is.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to go move to a new location.
The island.
Set up an ambush in case someone is there. Well, that's how you know you like those tracks, dog. Now, most newer players will take the position up on top of this hill.
They gotta be out there, eh?
But taking that position versus someone who's played the game for a while, you're going to be easily spotted.
Yep, there they are. Or is that just a scav?
So you want to be unpredictable if you can be.
I heard something to my right. That is a player. Sorry, bro.
All right, guys. So the next clip that we have is basically a clip from where we hear a massive amount of gunshots, and we end up moving to a vantage point to kind of get a view of the full area. And upon doing so, we're able to see a bloodied foot, and we're able to clear the surrounding areas and immediately kill the survivor of the initial contact that was in that area. This is something that happens to a lot of people, and they're like, oh man, I don't understand why this is happening. Well, 9 out of 10 times, if you're using a unsilenced weapon, it's going to bring attention. And that is exactly what happened. His friend was using a loud shotgun, and that shotgun is what alerted us to that area in the first place. So hopefully you guys enjoy this clip. It's a short one, but it's should show you how fast things go when you're moving up to a location to try to figure out what's going on, trying to understand the situation. Sometimes it's just that easy. Now here, blood. We see dead bodies. We heard gunshots in this area. That's why we pushed up on top of this rock. Seeing that bloodied foot right there lets us know that someone's still in the area. We check bushes first. You see his leg. Blue helmet, sad panda. All right, guys, so what you saw there is basically before we used our magnifier and went all the way into 6x, we weren't able to see that person in that bush. We only were able to see his legs initially because we zoomed in. Now, for me, most of the time, I run red dots and holographics because I usually like to mitigate the distance that I'm fighting players at, right? So I usually keep players within a close to mid-range. Unfortunately for these guys, we were running snipers for a quest. Otherwise, I probably would have died in that situation, right? And that's just because I wouldn't have been able to see that person's legs with a red dot. we would have had no idea where he was. He would have saw us before we saw him. So keep that in mind. That's why you see a lot of big streamers. They pretty much always run magnifiers. It's because it does give you an advantage, especially when scanning areas. You are going to see a player before they see you if they do not have a magnifier. So hopefully that is something you guys got out of this today. You know. You notice how we're scanning? We're not immediately firing and giving away our position. As soon as you fire, they know you're there. And we don't know if it's just a one-on-one fight or if there's more than one on each team. Give it a few before we loot. Hearing these gunshots means that we can loot. Because they're over by the scabs. Over by that rock. No, you don't ever drop your rig. Never drop your armor rig for someone else's. That's a horrible idea, Cheese. I don't know who's teaching you that. The reason it's a bad idea is if it's not an upgrade to your armor and it's not fresh, then there's no benefit. But that's a horrible idea. It's not a free raid. Because this costs 60, 70K to insure. This costs 100K to insure. You know, like you're not getting a free raid. It's not how that works. Plus his armor is completely destroyed. Someone ran through. Alright, here's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do here is we're going to throw a grenade to distract any enemies that are still over by the scab encampment. It was not intentionally used to work how it does to this, but this is why you throw grenades. We're taking a brief pause, then we hear footsteps. You think that was the other guy? That was a good shot. Yeah, I don't think we need the red dot on this, honestly. I think we just get rid of that.